There we go. Okay, so let's get back into this. So let's look at our personas. Right now we just got slime, but these were the 3 we fused last time. Oberion was really great. I don't think I used him in Kamoshida's Palace the first time through, but he made it so much easier for the Kamoshida fight because Oberion is strong to physical damage, and pretty much all of Kamoshida's attacks were physical, so he could barely even touch Joker. It was great. It really made the boss fight a lot easier. We have a decent amount of weaknesses covered right now, so Oberion I basically have set up like our physical attacker right now. He's got good strength, decent abilities. He has Lucky Punch, which can give us a good chance at a crit, so it's a kind of a cheap way to knock something down. Kapatangu, kind of our cast right now. I have him set up with Wind, Ice, and Curse, and then we have Upsaris, which just has Ice. I kind of have Upsaris with some buff skills, kind of more of a support. And if we do manage to get her leveled up 2 more levels, she'll get a healing ability. We just picked up Slime again from the negotiation. We fused Slime in Kamoshida's Palace, but I wanted to pick him up again so we had something so we could fuse him, basically. So let's keep, there's an enemy directly behind us, like right around the corner here, so let's grab him. And, Slime again.
Alright, the first move is on.
So Slime is strong to physical, so you're, we have to use more SP than I'd like to, but that's okay. We won't spend too long in here. It's like, this place is not very long.
It's almost scary how good I am.
So we'll just do an all out.
Finish him! Game over.
I don't even know what that trophy's for. We won't worry about it.
All right.
Not really super concerned about getting like the platinum or whatever. So it's like mementos is random. There's chests and stuff in here. If you want to explore, it's a good way to make some money. There's much better ways to make money in mementos later. So we'll worry about making money and stuff later on. There's going to be much easier ways to make money, and we'll worry about that then. We just picked up a new armor piece, and it's female only, so we'll throw that on. But that is much better than what she's wearing right now, so that's good. Because she was taking hits pretty hard last palace, so that should be helpful. And yeah, I agree. Like in 4 was pretty vague about the villain, and it's like, you know, you definitely with 5 and Shido, it's much more clear from the beginning. I felt like even though there definitely were some problems with the narrative in 5, I feel like 5 overall still had a strong narrative. I really didn't have any complaints about it. So this way is the boss. Let's go check. Well, we'll just go. We'll fight the boss now. It's like, this is just basically, it's not even really a boss. It's like a mini boss. It's not a big deal.
Whoa.
So we'll knock him out now. And then we'll, I'm pretty sure we can stay in here and keep exploring. I hope so. Now that I think about it, I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure we can keep exploring. So we'll do a little more exploring in Mementos today. I want to at least do a little bit more fusion. Because there were some options we didn't manage to do last time when we were in Kamoshida's. So this is the guy that the characters were talking about before we came into Mementos. He was posted on the fan site by somebody. And he's been stalking a woman. And so you can, these are basically like little mini changes of heart that you can do in Mementos. So we'll take care of him. These are usually nothing big. There's just a small cutscene. And a pretty simple fight, and then that's it. You're done.
Are you that stalker? Haven't you ever stopped to consider how your ex feels?
She's my property. I can do whatever I want with her.
So you can see, he's twisted. He still has a shadow version of himself, but his shadow's not powerful enough to have his own full palace, so these kind of guys will just show up in Mementos as an optional boss.
It's not like she didn't treat me like a plaything. What's wrong with me doing the same?
You can't treat someone like shit just because they did it to you. What a load of crap. We're gonna change the hearts of all the bastards like you.
There are millions of people far worse than me. What about Madarame? He stole everything from me.
And then,
but you're
so
letting
again,
him off the hook.
Madarame is coming up. they keep kind of dropping Madarame on you, and then it makes the characters kind of question if he's someone they really should be going after. And it's like, so
Madarame? The hell's this guy going on
next
about?
week, Madarame's exhibit's in town, and Sai already told us in the interrogation flashback that Madarame is going to be our next target.
Get ready.
It's Oberion. We already have one of these ourselves. Love this battle theme. One of my favorites. Okay. So he buffed himself a little bit. That's fine. This should be a very easy fight. Let's see. Let's see what we want to do here. Let's try and do a lucky punch. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can knock him down.
Go down.
Oh, well, if we could actually manage to hit. Let's lower his attack since he just buffed himself. We'll basically undo his attack buff. And we'll let Ryuji. Ryuji got a pretty hard-hitting physical skill last time, so we'll let Ryuji take a crack at him. Jesus Christ, if I can manage to hit anybody. I don't know if he has a high chance of dodging physical or if I'm just getting incredibly unlucky. Let's give it another whirl. Let's see if we can cheese him out with a lucky punch. Wow, I think he might just have a really high chance to evade physical. So let's lower his attack again. I wonder if his AI is set up so that we can just keep doing that and keep him in the loop. So we'll just do electric. Well, okay, so he's weak to electric, even better. I mean, I know normally Oberion is strong to physical, obviously. We talked about this because I said I used him on Kamoshida. But my understanding is when you find the shadow versions, like the boss versions of a persona, they don't have the same strengths and weaknesses as the normal version. We can actually compare, because as far as I know, let's check Oberion real quick. Oh no, so it is the same. So Oberion is strong to physical and weak to lightning, and this one is weak to lightning. I could have swore that the sub-boss versions of a persona had different weaknesses from the regular one to make it more challenging. But so we'll try our gun skill instead. This should do decent damage. Yeah, not bad. And we'll just have on debuff again, because it seems to be keeping him from attacking. It seems like he's coded to every time do an attack boost. We may be able to finish him off right here anyway with the all-out. So it's pretty easy. Not a hard fight. You know, they're basically just trying to ease you into the mementos. Bosses and how they work, so nothing super challenging. There are some harder mementos fights later on, but they're never meant to be as challenging as like a palace or anything. And we just leveled up, so that's good. Hopefully that means we can get some more fusions unlocked. Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I mean, definitely having a villain that you can hate from the very beginning helps a lot. I mean, especially because Shido is very unlikable. Shido's like Kamoshida. You know, he's so smug that Shido's a very easy guy to hate. He makes a good villain. So if we ask the right questions here, he's going to explain to us more about Madarame. So this guy says Madarame was his teacher, and he's not super specific, but he says Madarame threw him out. And then so he actually asked us to go after Madarame as well. And this is already after we've heard from Sai that he's going to be our next target. So this is basically the foreshadowing of how we get to Madarame as a target of the palace. But so we did it. That's our first mementos request handled.
Hmm?
Okay.
Let's see what we get. I really don't remember what we even get out of these. Some kind of accessory. We'll have to see what it does.
Oh.
I would agree with that for the most part about the Final Fantasy villains. I will say, I think in 8... I mean, 8 puts in what... Oh, God, what was the priestess's name? Edea? I forget how you're supposed to say that. I think it was Edea. But she was pretty... I mean, she was pretty prominent as a villain, I would say. But I honestly, I played 9. I mean, of course, it was a long time ago. I really can't even remember who the main villain in Final Fantasy 9 was. I couldn't tell you. And 10, I mean, 10 you had Sin. I actually want to go back and replay Final Fantasy 10. I bought the HD remaster for PS4. I haven't really gotten into it yet. But I do want to play that.
Dude!
Hey!
It's like a Billy Mays commercial, but wait, there's more.
Well then.
So it's like, I mean, we've done what we need to do in Mementos. We're not really going to stay here and grind or anything. But I want to spend a little more time here. I want to try and grab a few more Personas. I'd like to at least fill out our Persona slots, and then we'll go do a couple more fusions. We're not gonna, we're not gonna sit here and like level up to level 20 or anything. You don't really need to grind in Persona.
We gotta do it.
But we are gonna spend a little more time here today.
For real?
And it's like they said. So the layout of Mementos is randomized. Yeah, I'm not exactly current on my Final Fantasy X knowledge, unfortunately. It's like, it's been... I think I played Final Fantasy X originally when I was in, like, high school. Would probably be about right on PS2. But it's one I wanted to revisit. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. So, one of these days... I mean, right now, I've already committed to a pretty long playthrough of Persona 5. But we definitely... I'm gonna play the HD remaster of 10 one of these days. I remember that being one of my favorite games when I was a kid. I'm 28. Not super old, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
Huh? That was a little too easy.
Oh, there's an enemy directly behind us. Just freaking snuck up on us. Unfortunately, all we've ran into so far is slime. I don't remember what you can encounter. Normally in Mementos, what you're supposed to encounter is usually the Personas from the palace before that. So what we should be seeing right now in Mementos is most of the shadows from Kamoshida's palace. So I was hoping we'd have a little more variety. Just we've been seeing a ton of slime so far. So I'm not sure how well my plan's going to work to get a ton of Personas and do some fusions today. But we'll see. We'll keep going. I think there's... I really can't remember how short... I know the first section's not long.
Okay.
But there's definitely at least one more floor. I think there might be 2 more floors. I think there might be 3 floors total in the first section of Mementos. And we can always come back and do the floor again if we can get some different enemies to show up. So we'll keep rolling here. We'll do some exploration. It doesn't hurt too to pick up some more treasure. We can definitely use the money. We're not super flush with cash right now. Still nothing but slimes. He's weak to anything else. They're weak to fire too. Let's we're gonna let On handle some of these, so Mono doesn't use all of his SP. So we'll let On deal with some of this. We'll show off the baton pass. I think we did last time, but wow, On can actually hit pretty hard with the baton pass. On's a pretty decent caster. She's got a decent magic stat. Damn, she is crushing him. Let's negotiate with Slime. Let's see what kind of item we can get from him. I don't know what he gives us. Another healing item. Really wish I could find something I could negotiate with that'll give me SP recovery. Haven't had much luck with it so far. I've been trying to remember to negotiate with everything for items, just so I can see what's what, but I haven't found anything yet that does SP. Is everybody on health? Everybody's still good on health. Yeah, On's a great caster. I really like... And I like that she has support abilities, too. And it was the same thing. I like Makoto for the same reason. Makoto I don't think was quite as strong. Makoto was more of a physical attacker. But I like that Makoto had support skills as well. Like, I think Makoto had either a strength buff or a defense buff. And then she still had some healing. And she had a, like a debuff cleanser. So Makoto and On were kind of my support. And then Ryuji was your bro. So I always took Ryuji. Plus, I mean, Ryuji's a good physical hitter. So I liked Ryuji. It's like, we'll honestly probably end up using the same squad this time. It's probably gonna be Makoto, On, and Ryuji again.
No.
And so we're ready to go down to the next floor.
Let's go.
So this is, if anyone's familiar with Tartarus in 3, this behaves almost exactly like Tartarus does. Very similar. Okay, this is only 2 floors, so there's literally only 1 floor here. So maybe we're not going to spend as much time in here as I wanted to today, unfortunately. So this is basically just like in Tartarus. So when you get to the end of a section in Tartarus, it's usually gated by story. So you make it to the end of a section in Tartarus, and that's usually as far as you can explore until a certain date. And it's basically the same thing here. So for now, this door is going to be shut to us. We will not be able to progress any further in Mementos. But we'll go back up to the first floor. We'll do a couple more fights and just see if we can find anything besides slime on the first floor. But if not, then we're not going to get to do as much as I had hoped in here today. Oh, okay, so this area does open. For some reason I thought this one was still going to be closed, but that's good, so we can keep going then.
I see.
So it's been a while. This isn't quite blind, but I'm not 100% in everything, so... I do. It's almost... On's outfit in the metaverse is almost too fan servicey for me, so I usually put her in something else. When I played on the PS3, I had all the DLC on PS3, so I had like the GeckoCon outfits and stuff, and I usually put everybody in the GeckoCon outfits from Persona 3 because I just like the school uniforms. But yeah, I'm not huge on On's metaverse outfit. It's a little too ridiculous for me. So I usually put her in something else. I have a couple other costumes, but it's mostly just the free DLC ones. I did not buy all the DLC again on PS4. I picked up Kaguya because Kaguya's really good, and we're gonna kind of use Kaguya to make some OP personas early on. And I picked up Messiah because I want to be able to use him. You can use Messiah to kind of make some higher level fusions easier near the end game. But besides that, I don't think any of the DLC personas are anything to really write home about. So I did not get all the DLC this time because I didn't even use that much of the DLC personas last time.
No.
Oh, so we can't go further. Come on, Mona. You're killing me. I want to do some exploring today. I've been waiting for this. So we did not get to do as much Mementos as I had hoped today.
Mementos, huh?
A little disappointed.
Still don't really get that place. Oh, and what was that wall thing we saw at the end?
Well, we might take another trip back tomorrow.
I'm not entirely
Because we
sure,
don't need to worry about studying
but it
anymore. I think we'll be at
blocked us
least
from going in
okay
past
for
a
the
certain
first
depth.
exam.
If Mementos is the
So we
public's
might
power,
take another trip back since we should be
it
able to
might be
explore
affected
the
by
second
general
section.
public's belief in us. Why do you know so much about it, Morgana? My memories are a little foggy in that regard. However, I need to know what lies in the depths of Mementos, no matter what.
So Mona seems to think that if he
No matter what?
Mona seems to think if he explores all of Mementos, he'll remember his past. Mona thinks that where he came from, or the reason that he lost his form. Remember, Mona thinks he's a person who somehow got transformed into a cat. He doesn't think he's actually a cat. He thinks he's a person deep down. So Mona thinks if he explores mementos,
Mementos is not just
he'll
everyone's
be able to
palace.
figure out
It's the source
what
of
he
all
is or why
palaces.
he is or how he can change himself back.
It used to be that palaces like Kamoshida's with one ruler simply didn't exist.
Yeah, Kamoshida's version of On is pretty ridiculous. It's pretty funny, but definitely absurd. Normally I don't mind the outfits.
So if we can
But
do
I
something
was
about
not a
the
big fan
greatest cause
of On's
distortions,
outfit. It was a little too.
certain
This
my
is kind of
appearance will-
ridiculous. I'll probably switch her up. We'll put her in some other stuff. I don't have a ton of the outfits. Unfortunately, I started this a little late for Christmas. I started just a little less than a week ago. So we were a little late. We could have dressed everybody up in the Santa outfits if it was
You
still
wanted
the
someone
holiday
to save
season.
You too.
But
I just needed pawns.
I see. So that's why you came poking your nose around with us.
I'll help you. I hope you can regain what you've lost.
I'll be relying on you guys.
so we promised Mona way back in Kamoshida's palace that we'd help him. And so basically, this is how we're gonna help him.
By
Is
the
we
way, Morgana,
want to
are
try
you
and
a
help him
boy,
figure out what he is.
Or might you be a girl?
I mean, this doesn't matter. Let's be a dick.
That is a possibility.
Mona is
I
actually
wish I
a
could
car.
deny it, but
Why not? In any case, of course I'm male.
Mona identifies as a male car.
I mean,
What is it?
no, it's nothing. We're done talking about that. Anyway, we now know that we can perform minor changes of heart in mementos. If we come across any eye-catching leads, it may
It's
be
funny. I
worth
keep
dealing
saying.
with them
I
for
think
their
I've said like 3 or
combat
4 times
practice.
that I think we're going to be done with the tutorial parts. But then there's always
There
at least
weren't
one
any
more
other
tutorial.
outstanding ones, though.
They try and ease you into this real slowly at the beginning. I mean, we're at the point now. I think we're at like 15, maybe 16 hours played, and they're still introducing new stuff and trying to make sure we understand what the hell's going on. I mean, it makes sense. There is a lot to deal with in Persona 5. So they just want to make sure that you know what the hell you're doing.
big fish are our main targets after all.
But it's definitely annoying not having the
You need
freedom
to
in the
find a
beginning
way
of the
to get through
game
your exams.
if you've already played it once, because there's a million things I could be doing right now that I'd rather be doing than learning about how mementos works again. But that's okay. Ryuji's a dummy, so he's got to study. But I think we are going to go back to mementos. I think after school tomorrow we're going to go back to mementos. I want to do a little more exploring. Oh yeah, and I forgot to look and see what that accessory we looted. I forgot to look and see what that accessory we got is. What it does. So Ryuji thinks we should become more well-known so people are more willing to tell us about targets that need help. I mean, I think we generally do. The characters have the best of intentions, for the most part. None of the party members are really in this for fame or fortune or anything. I mean, there's a ton of things you could do with the ability to go into the metaverse that would be not good, you know. But pretty much everybody in the group wants to do the right thing, so we don't get involved in anything real shady.
What's up?
Okay, I don't think we can do too much tonight since we went into mementos. We still can't feed our plant. Tomorrow's Sunday. We need to make sure we go to the juice bar first thing and get the stat boosting drink.
Hey.
Excuse me. I don't think there's too much else we can do tonight. I think we have to go right to bed. Yeah. So let's save real quick. I've made a habit out of rotating all my save slots just in case I get myself stuck in a situation that I need to go back. Because you can occasionally get yourself stuck in a rough spot, especially with the deadlines and stuff. So,
Well then.
let's go to bed. Oh, wait a minute. We're not going to go to bed. I wanted to look at that item first that we got from the mementos quest. I keep forgetting. I think it was an accessory. Prevents forget. I don't know if An has any equipment yet in that slot. Maybe we'll put it on her. She already has something. But that might be more useful. I think forget is what prevents you. Forget is a debuff that prevents you from using persona skills. So we'll let her have that. We'll give the fire resist item to Mona. We still don't have amazing gear or anything, but that's okay. Now we will go to bed.
Well then.
And tomorrow we'll make sure we hit up the juice bar. We'll get that free stat increase. And then we might go back into mementos right now. I want to do a little more. I feel like it's been a while since we got to do any real exploration or combat, that kind of thing. I want to get some more personas. That's part of my favorite part of the game, is just kind of collecting. You know, it almost scratches that same itch as like a Pokemon type thing. I think on the Pokebank right now I have like 600 out of all the Pokemon sitting there. I was trying to get them all for a while there, and it's kind of the same thing with this. Is I want to get as much of the compendium as I can. I want to get all the Persona mons. So. Hopefully we don't have to go right there. I want to be able to go, I want to be able to stop by the underground walkway first. Don't send me right to Mishima, son of a bitch. He's ruining my whole flow here. Mishima's been working himself to the bone as our public relations manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Ann's outfit was kind of weird, and I mean, especially when you think that generally they did a pretty good job with the outfits for the female characters in terms of not making them like completely over the top, you know, like anime fan servicey type thing. Like Makoto's is relatively normal, Haru's is fine, Futaba's is fine, you know, but it's just Ann's for some reason really stands out as just being pretty awkward. Good job, Mishima. I don't know if we're actually going to rank up with him right now. We might. He is very eager. So basically, Mishima's going to keep feeding us leads throughout the game. Generally, most of the mementos quests will come from Mishima. There's a few other ones. Most social links will end up sending you into mementos for something. What'll end up happening is a lot of your confidants will have some kind of problem in their lives or something, and it's something that, you know, it's like a minor person caused them grief, and you can go into mementos and fix it. So we'll have a couple reasons to go back there. Most of them will come from Mishima, though. He's generally the one that'll be feeding you requests for in there. And ranking him up is useful. He gives your party members though almost like support abilities. I'm not sure how else to describe it. The first ability we got for unlocking Mishima's social link. Rank 1 lets the party members that you're not using actively in battle still earn experience. You can kind of keep everyone around the same level. It's all usually stuff like that. It's like more passive. So Mishima's going to be our main guy for Mementos and keeping track of what's going on. Yeah, I thought Ryuji's was okay. Honestly, I think I preferred it how it was in 3 or 4, where it was still basically just your school uniforms. I mean, I don't dislike most of the Metaverse outfits. You know, I don't hate them, but I kind of liked, like, really, I think my favorite ones were just, I liked the Gekko-Con uniforms in 3 with the armband from C's. And that was, I thought that was cool. I thought that was pretty simple, you know, and it still basically just drove home that you're not like some superheroes or anything. You're still just regular people. Whereas, you know, in 5, you go to the Metaverse and Joker gets like this crazy milady trench coat and the mask and everything. I was more into the regular outfits from 3 and 4. But 5's okay. As for the most part, they do good in 5.
Hey. Well then.
So I don't think we're gonna be able to go to the juice bar unless I can leave town and still go to it now. We got 2 accessories we can buy. I mean, they're only 2,000. We'll buy them. I'm not even really sure how great they are, but we'll snag them. Just you know, there's no reason not to. Oh yeah, I forgot about that show, Lupin the Third. I watched. I will say I'm not super familiar with it, but I remember when I was a kid, when Cartoon Network still showed a lot of anime on Adult Swim. I remember watching Lupin the Third on Adult Swim, and like I remember watching Cowboy Bebop. Man, that was a long time ago. Okay, so Sojiro wants to hang out tonight. I think we can still leave. Let's go see if we can go to the underground walkway. Because I do want to make sure we get the free stat boost. So let's do that. We're going to hit up the gun shop real quick. We're going to sell...
What do you want?
Okay, so we get a guts boost. We're gonna sell everything we got from Mementos too. Now we're gonna chug some gross juice.
All right.
Okay, so we need to decide what we want to do with ourselves tonight. Let's see who wants to hang out. Still can't do anything with that. Sojiro's not going to rank up yet. Not sure what I want to do here. We could go work at the Beef Bowl. Yeah, we could go work at the Beef Bowl and see the politician. I think we have to work there. I think we have to work at the Beef Bowl twice before he'll actually unlock as a confidant.
Please consider what I have to say.
But working at the Beef Bowl is nice too, because it also actually it also boosts your proficiency. So there's other bonuses for working there. I mean, you make money too.
You.
So let's actually we'll do the Beef Bowl tonight. We'll unlock. We'll at least start working towards. We'll start working towards getting this guy unlocked because he's very useful. So let's go do that.
I'll
Let's
just
save
add
real
this.
quick. So we are already at. We're closing in on 16 hours on our save file. We've already put a good chunk of time into this. Oh, and you know what? It's Sunday too. I'm not sure if the vending machine's restocked yet or not. Let's check the arcade real quick and see. They may not restock until Monday. We want to make sure we get them sodas. Nope, not yet. We'll have to make sure we check tomorrow. We'll have to run around and get all the sodas so we can keep stocking up on our SP recovery items. I'm pretty stingy with my SP in the beginning. Okay, so let's go. Where's the Beef Bowl? Should be like right It's like right here. I think this is the beef bowl. Yeah. Did we not apply for this job? I could have sworn we applied for this job. Let's go check the walkway again. I'm pretty sure last stream I applied for all of the jobs.
What are your thoughts?
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Oh.
I could have sworn I did them all, but I must have forgotten. So, we'll do that now. And then we'll go work there tonight, and we will, we'll start working on the Sun social link. So I think we have to work there twice. Pretty sure the first time we don't get it, but we'll go get started on it. And we get a proficiency boost, so it's still useful. No reason not to. Because it's not like we have a ton of other stuff going on right now. We don't have the guts for a while yet, so. Okay, let's serve up some ramen. And we'll get paid. So all in all, not too bad. So let's see here.
I've been expecting you.
One sec here. Let me see. Okay. Time to get to work. I don't really think there's anything complicated. I think the worst thing you have to do is sometimes you have to remember special orders and get them right, and then you get bonus money. We'll dive right
I'm
into
counting
it.
on you.
I might need you guys to help me keep track of the orders in the chat. I think the first couple times we do this, they give you they dump like 3 or 4 orders on you at first. So there he is.
Nice job.
Oh, okay. No, nothing this time. Maybe it's next time. I remember coming back through here. Maybe it's the time that you unlock it, because I think he comments on you. I think he comments on you working hard, because they dump like 3 or 4 different orders on you that you have to remember.
Man.
We got some more points of efficiency.
All right.
Let's head back.
So, pretty useful. Oh, and our midterms start on Wednesday. Let's see if I can remember all the questions. I don't know if you can cheat and use the network questions on the test too. I know you can use them for the classroom answers, obviously.
What?
Oh yeah, maybe we will go to mementos today. So if you look up in the top left on where the date is, where it says pollen warning, as things in the real world are happening, those things can affect how things work in mementos. So I think if you go into mementos while there's a pollen warning, I think the enemies are weakened. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. I think Mona will actually explain it to you. If you go in there, I think he'll explain to you what happens. So, let's see here.
Seems pretty rough.
Oh, yep, there it is. I always end up beating Mona to the punch by like 30 seconds, then he has to explain it again for me.
Oh. Right.
And we did see, if everyone was paying attention, when we first came out of Mementos and we were talking again with Mona, they showed that guy kind of standing off in the corner watching us. Yeah, well, I think in terms of closure, Ryuji definitely has as much reason to be mad as An does. I think An's kind of has more impact, though, because, Shiho almost died. Now, Ryuji still does get his closure, it's just he doesn't get it until later on when you finish the social link, because his closure is really Kamoshida definitely messed with Ryuji, but Ryuji's real closure is with the whole track team thing. And Ryuji still gets it, it just comes later on. But I think you are right. I think I think they focused more on An and Shiho from Kamoshida's Palace, for sure. So now that the website and everything's up, everybody at school is talking about us. Nobody believes in us yet still, but we're getting there. Ryuji wants his recognition so bad. Yep, no sympathy for Kamoshida either. He deserved it. He was an ass. Definitely a very unlikable character. I would say almost as unlikable as Shido, honestly. Kamoshida is very easy to dislike. Okay, so let's see what we have on the agenda for today. Mishima wants to hang out. Well, so that's good. So we do have another reason to go into Mementos then. He's gonna give us... Yeah, I mean, he's gonna give us another target, so we might as well go in today. I don't see any reason not to. Then we'll have an excuse to do a little bit more exploring, which is I really want to do some more. I want to get a little more combat and stuff done. So I think we're good on studying. Knowledge rank 2, we can at least do okay. We won't do awful on the exams. I think on your first playthrough, it'd be hard to get higher than rank 2 anyway. I think knowledge is the longest one. Knowledge takes the most points to rank up. So it'd be pretty tough to get further than level 2 anyway, so we should be in pretty good shape.
Alright.
So, we'll definitely go back in. We'll finish exploring the, we'll explore that second section. And we will beat that extra boss. So we'll make it to the end of Mementos, and then we'll probably stop for a little bit. It's already 11:30. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I want to eat some lunch. So let's see. Let's see what our request was.
Well then.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, we don't need to send calling cards in Mementos.
What?
So we can just go for it. Okay, we're getting a whole Mementos explanation again.
listen up.
So we're gonna change the heart of a bully from our school.
I'm gonna make him pay.
I really do think though, so that Ryuji, they play Ryuji off like he's kind of like, you know, like he's just kind of like a dummy, you know, he doesn't really think things through, but
Yep.
I honestly think out of all the characters we have in the party, I think Ryuji has a very strong sense of justice, I guess is how I'd put it. Like, Ryuji really wants to do the right thing. Okay, so let's head in. And,
Let's go.
so we only have one target. I don't think this section's too long, but we're gonna try and pick up some more personas. We can still carry like 4 or 5 more, and then we're gonna do some fusions. So give me just,
Joker.
okay, and that just lets us get back to the entrance. So we gotta head down to the second section. And there's the tutorial again about how the weather outside affects things inside. So we'll see what effect the pollen has on the enemies in the next floor. Yeah, and I mean that's kind of what I like about Ryuji. You know, it's like he's not like some super smart, you know, philosophical guy or anything, but Ryuji makes a good like bro character. He fits that mold well because he doesn't beat around the bush, and he does. You know, he wants to do the right thing, even though he doesn't always necessarily go about it the right way, or he's kind of a dick about it. But you know, Ryuji would never dick you over. You know, he's a good guy. That's why I like him.
Hey,
Okay, so enemies will maybe have some debuffs, we may get some more chests, all kinds of stuff based on how the weather goes. Oh, that's what it is. So the enemies can spawn sleeping, which, I mean, that makes our lives easier. So, okay, I need like another 30-second break, and then we're gonna dig right into this. So just sit tight here for a second, chill out in the lobby. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. I think it's you know, sitting here doing all this talking. I'm not used to sitting here and talking to myself for 3 hours while I play video games. Kinda. So now I gotta sit here and chug water the whole time. Yeah, you know, that's how I feel about Ryuji. Like, Ryuji is an honest to God. He is kind of a dummy. You know, but he means well. Like, Ryuji is definitely, he is your bro, straight up. He's a cool guy. Okay, so let's save just in case anything goes horribly wrong in here. But I really, if we're screwing up and dying in Mementos, it's gonna be a bad time. So I think we'll be okay. So let's take a quick look here. Yeah, we still have 4 personas left. We're not gonna fuse anything yet. I think we're gonna go a little further in. We'll fill out our. We're gonna try and fill out the rest of our persona slots, and then we will go back and do some fusions. And if there's more that we can grab, we'll definitely come back around. I don't want to spend too long in here. Maybe like an hour. Maybe not even. This shouldn't really take that long. I just want to. I like to try and fill out as much of the compendium as I can. And I think I talked about this before, but so if you fuse a persona and get the compendium entry before you actually get to encounter it in the wild, when you have to fight it, then you'll already know the weaknesses, so it makes the combat easier. So, you know, if we can keep fusing stuff, it just prevents us from having to go through as much trial and error in combat the first time we encounter a new enemy to learn their weaknesses. And if you've played Persona before, you're probably familiar with the Reaper. In Persona 4, the Reaper spawned based on how many chests you opened. In Persona 3, the Reaper spawned based on the amount of time you spent on a floor, I believe. And it's the same thing in 5. So if you spent too long on one floor of Mementos, the Reaper will spawn. And right now, we definitely cannot kill the Reaper. He is incredibly strong. We will get our chance to get our revenge on. So you can see here, this shadow is snoozing because of the pollen. So, whoop, we woke him up. I waited too long. We don't have these guys yet. That's Kodama Tengu, I believe, or maybe it's just Kodama. I think he's weak to wind. But first, I'm gonna down Andres because he's weak to gun. But we're gonna try and snag this guy. I think he's weak to wind. It's been a long time. I don't remember all my stuff. No, not wind. But we'll see if we can find it.
Cool. Looking cool, Joker.
We have most things covered. Let's try ice. Not ice either. Strong to ice. Well, if he's strong to ice, then he may be weak to fire. Let's let Ryuji take a crack at it though, just to see. I think An may be able to knock him down then. There we go. Okay. So let's knock him down. And and then we'll try. We'll try and do the negotiation. I am notoriously not good at these, but we will take a crack at it. So I think upbeat, if you look up in the top left there, it tells you the type of the persona's personality while you're talking to them. So their personality type affects the answers you want to pick in negotiations. I believe upbeat personas want positive answers. So I guess the kindest answer would be to make sure that everything's okay. So let's try that. Yeah, okay. So I think we're on the right track here. The problem is, even when you know the type of answer you wanna answer, it's hard because some of these questions are not worded right. See, so when you look at these options, the question is, are you bored? And these are your answers. I don't understand which answer here would be the kind answer. So this persona is looking for a kind answer to his question, but I don't know which one of these would be the kind one. I would think saying we're busy would be the wrong answer, or maybe saying we never thought about it. You know, I really don't know. That's why I feel like the negotiations are kind of a crapshoot. We won't waste too much time here though. We'll just go with it. We'll say we'll say we're busy. And see, somehow that's the answer he liked. I don't understand sometimes. But so we did get a new persona. And this was I think the first Persona game that actually had negotiation. The Demon Negotiation is normally from the mainline series, like the Shin Megami Tensei games. I haven't played Persona 1 and 2, but Persona 3 and 4 you get personas through shuffle time, which is basically if you do an all-out attack, you get a chance to pick from a deck of cards, and you can get personas that way. This is the first one where you had to negotiate with personas, as far as I know, to actually get them in your party.
Okay.
That's kind of interesting. I wish the answers made a little more sense. It's kind of frustrating sometimes. That's probably the one thing I generally like the least about this. So let's see what this guy has. Nothing to really write home. Well, he does learn a psychic skill in one more level. We don't have any psychic abilities yet. But for right now, all he has is a wind skill. A decent magic stat. Nothing to write home about. We'll maybe try and fuse. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Let's just keep moving here. We got a lot of enemies in this room. Word fire. I don't have any fire skills. We'll let Joker try and do some physical damage. We'll see if Joker can knock one down. So we want to try and save. We want to try and save as much SP as we can. So we're gonna see if these three can knock out one by themselves. Oh yeah, Ryuji should be able to finish these off. I don't think we need to do the medium damage. I think the regular should be good. And then On can knock the last one down, and we'll do an all-out attack. Actually, we'll negotiate with him and see. We'll see what kind of items he gives us. Since I'm still trying to find those personas that'll give you a recovery item. Do we even have any of these? We'll see.
What?
So, that really didn't go great for us. That's fine. Maybe what we'll do is, since we fused Andres last time, maybe we'll get Andres again. So, Andres is weak to gun. Mona's not going to kill us in one hit. Let's kill Kodama, and then we'll get one of these Andres and put him back in our party so we can hang on to him. Same thing, he'll just be fusion fodder.
We can do it.
Who's up next? Ryuji's up next. Let's see if Joker can finish this off. And then we'll let Ryuji shoot Andres. Nice. Oh, we critted, so.
Looking cool.
There you go. Easy as that. And then we can skip negotiation for him. They all want... I guess because of the pollen. So if you try to negotiate, they all want eye drops, which I don't have. Oh, but in this case we don't need it since we already talked to him, I guess. Weird. Okay. Anyway, so let's grab him. I think we can carry 2 more personas.
Now's the time to retreat.
We're just filling out our slots here, and then we'll go back near the end and we'll try and do some more fusions. That's good. So we got another level, so that means we have more fusion options available. So hopefully we'll get to see some interesting new personas here.
This new skill suits
I
me.
think at level 16 we can fuse Kaguya. I mean, the thing with DLC personas is you can summon them at any level,
Oh.
but it's kind of cheap. So I don't think we're gonna do that. Well, I mean, we're not gonna do that. It's way too easy. If you can summon the DLC personas for free at any level. So you can summon like a level 80 persona for free at level 15, and it totally breaks the game. So we won't do that. So we're gonna fuse Kaguya legit at level 16, but we're gonna use Kaguya to make some powerful personas later on. She's a good bless skill, and some. I think she gets reflect physical, so pretty useful.
But we're the better team. This enemy's weak to wind.
Weak to gun.
Time to shoot. Give it up. Too late for apologies.
Pyrojack's pretty low. He's only level 2. I don't think we need him to fuse with, so I'm just gonna kill him.
Game over.
I'd rather have as many high level personas as I can, so we won't get him for right now. If we get closer to the end and we don't have any new ones to fill out slots with, we'll pick him back up. But right now we have 2 slots left, so we'll see what we can do. I think there's like 3 or 4 floors, so we'll just keep moving. Blackhorn is Pixie.
Use electric moves. Those are its weakness.
Pixie's weak to gun. And we will pass to Ryuji.
My turn.
You powered up from the baton pass.
We'll let Ryuji do a physical, actually.
Eat this.
Enemy defeated.
Wow, that is a shitload of damage. And I wonder if Joker can kill this in one hit.
Ravage them.
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
Joker.
Wow, we'll just knock the last one down.
Let's go.
Enemy defeated.
Wow.
Don't move. Give me
I
more.
mean, these are pretty low level enemies, so we seem like we're crushing them pretty hard. Let's see what Pixie will give us.
What'd you think? Yeah.
Healing item. That's all right.
Bye-bye.
Who's next?
A spectacular victory.
Okay.
So we got a couple different ways to go. That's a dead end. Let's go check up here. There's an item up here. Okay. Let's go. Let's check back the other way.
Damn it. All this bumping around is
Okay,
hurting
that's
my
all a dead
ass.
end. So
Got
let's
a
go
problem
back
with my
up.
swanky interior?
And let's see here. These floors should not be
You
very
can hear a
big.
bunch of voices in the wind.
Generally, the early floors are pretty short. Like, this is probably the way out. Yeah, so here's the way down to the next floor. Let's keep going. I really think there's only, like, let's stop it here real quick. I really think there's only, like 3 or 4 floors, so this shouldn't take us too long. Sometimes there are rest stops in the middle of floors where you can save and fast travel to. But I'm pretty sure this floor is so short, there's not even any rest stops. Okay, so this floor has our boss on it.
I have something.
So we'll have to keep an eye out. We'll explore this whole floor.
Jill will use
Kelpie
electric moves.
to
Those are
electric.
its weakness.
So who's next?
Come.
Let's see if Joker can knock this one down.
Joker took one out.
Got him.
All right.
And I think we had this happen once before. I think they showed this in a tutorial. But so some personas will actually, if you get them to low enough health and you get them cornered, they'll offer to join you without having to negotiate. So we'll take Kelpie. We'll see if we can fuse him into anything interesting. We already had Kelpie before.
Yeah. Nice.
So we can carry one more persona before we're full.
Yeah. Victory.
All right.
let's see. It looks like we got a couple different paths here. Let's go check over here first. Oh, I see our boss down here. Let's get our boss first. Well, maybe. Where the hell did that go? It must really loop around or something. That's the way down. Definitely don't want to go that way just yet. Got a chest. And I mean, you can make, well, the money in here is okay. It's really nothing to write home about. But there's some tricks later on in mementos that we're going to be able to use to make some money. But early on, it's okay.
2 weaklings. Beat him in one fell swoop.
Persona! There!
Joker took one out. All right.
Who's next?
Okay, we need to make sure we heal brother. He's half health.
Okay.
Okay, keep moving. Gotta figure out how we loop around to that bottom part where the boss is. I guess if we go... Oh yeah, we must have to take that lower path, the southern end. We'll finish out this part, and then we'll go hit the boss up, and then we'll keep moving. We got a new piece of equipment for Mona. And that'll boost his agility too. Mona already has pretty high agility. He usually gets first turn, so that'll make him even faster. I think agility only affects turn order. I think luck affects crit. So I'm pretty sure agility doesn't do anything besides making you move faster. Yeah, so we need to go down to this lower section, it looks like.
Hell yeah! Let's gun it!
There's a ton of weird paths here.
Now's our chance to strike.
Well, you can get more done on New Game Plus. That's why I'm disappointed that I didn't get to do a New Game Plus for my second run. Because, I mean, just not having to... You never have to worry about your social stats. Oh yeah, you can get your HP super high. Because that's what I mean, like, you have so many nights where you're going to have nothing to do. You know, you have all those nights where you would be studying or... Well, I mean, yeah, you know, studying, working, stuff like that, working on social stats, like, all that, and you don't have to worry about any of it. Because you could start the game already maxed out. So it definitely makes a big difference. For sure.
Ravage them!
So I would imagine you can get your health pretty high. Man, I can't believe I missed. Gotta waste one more Augie. Yeah, I would imagine you can get your health way higher. You have so much more free time in a New Game Plus run. And being able to carry over all your money and stuff from the last run helps a ton too. It makes your life so much easier.
Let's get serious. Okay, guys. Let's do it.
But I mean, honestly, I like 5 enough that once I finish my playthrough here, I still might end up doing a third playthrough at some point. We'll do a real New Game Plus of 5, depending on how things go.
I gotta use this next time.
Okay, so An is finally getting some skills that'll hit multiple enemies, which is nice. So basically, instead of having to cast Augie 3 times on all of those Kodamas to knock them all down, we'll just be able to cast Maragi once and knock them all down in one go. Alright, let's, everybody's good on health. Let's go hit up this sub-boss.
Then
So again, these are not hard fights, and we're decently high level. I'm not really worried about any of these right now. So this is the bully from our high school that they posted on the Phantom fan site. And we're gonna take him down. And then I think we'll still have another floor or 2 we can explore before we get stuck in here. And then we'll hit up the Velvet Room, and then we'll see what we want to do after that.
What was that?
You can see how he's kind of twisted. Like he's saying that, you know, it's not his fault that he's a bully. It's the people he picks on's fault for not standing up for themselves, even though they can't fight back. So you can see he's definitely a little distorted. Let's see what we got here. Ah, our boy Jack Frost. Jack Frost is kind of like the unofficial mascot of the SMT series. Atlas used to put him all over the place. He's pretty cool. I like Jack Frost. We'll be able to get him pretty soon. I think you can actually fuse him at level 11 or 12. So if we have the right personas, we may actually be able to fuse him today. We'll see. I don't think the medicinal baths increase SP. I just think the medicinal bath, if I remember right, the bathhouse gives you, the bathhouse is charm if I remember right. So if you do the medicinal bath, I think the medicinal bath just gives you a bigger charm boost. I don't think it gives you anything additional. I think it just increases the charm boost. Oh, you feel like it should. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. It'd be nice if there was a way to increase SP. I feel like SP is what really holds you back in the early game. It's just not having enough. So Joker has fear inflicted on him. I don't think we have anything that'll clear that. Cure sleep, hunger. Oh no, we do have fear. We should probably cure Joker's fear.
This'll do.
So I can't remember what fear does, but we'll do it. Let's try the gun damage.
I'm not done.
I don't think he's weak to gun. I mean, it's Jack Frost, so I would want to say he's weak to fire. But it's like I said, I can't remember how all this works. However, Ryuji hit him hard. We know he's not weak to wind. Let's see if we can cheese him with the Lucky Punch. Maybe we should actually have Mona heal everybody. We'll Mona throw a heal out. We'll play it real safe, even though we probably don't need to. But of course, he can get the damn crit. Wow, and he gets crit on a regular attack? Holy shit. He's racking us here. Alright, let's throw out a fire and see if that knocks him down. Nope, not weak to fire. Man, what a bullshit crit that was. Holy cow.
Persona.
Let's see if we can get a lucky crit. Of course it doesn't work for us. Works great for him though. Let's try electricity. Not weak to electricity either. I don't know what the hell he's weak to.
I don't see a weakness.
Where we tried everything but ice. I can't imagine he's gonna be weak to ice. Yeah, I'll try Curse next. I have Curse on Kodama Tengu, I think, or whatever his name is. Let's have Mona heal everybody. Because I mean, this is Jack Frost. I can't imagine they would make Jack Frost weak to ice. If you get another crit, god damn it.
Come on, you gotta hold on.
We're getting cheesed real big here. Let's have Mona heal, or I'm sorry, let's have On heal Mona.
How about this?
And then when brother gets up, we'll try a Curse skill.
Alright. Time for a counterattack.
Persona.
Yeah, Kappa Tengu has Curse. Let's give that a try.
There.
Nope, not that either. I don't think we have his
I don't
weakness.
see a weakness.
I can't imagine he's weak to ice, and we don't have psychic or nuclear yet. So I guess we'll just go hard. I mean, he's already almost dead. We could even start using buffs at this point, but I think it's almost too late to start buffing. Come on, Mona, give me a crit. There we go. All right, now we can finish him off. Of course, it happened right at the end. We don't even really need the crit now. I think I talked about it before. I had a Persona in my first playthrough. It had the crit boosting passive, and I had Miracle Punch. And once you got your luck high enough, I think I was maybe like 30 or 40. But once you got your luck high enough, it would crit like 95% of the time. It was great. It was like the most reliable knockdown.
Have a choice.
As long as they weren't immune to physical, it was basically a guaranteed knockdown. It was great.
What?
So we'll definitely try and get something like that again this time through. So we find out now that our bully is also bullied. And that's the whole, you know, I'm just all messed up, you know? So, we'll help him out. You know, ultimately we just want to do the right thing. So now we gotta go, eventually we'll have to help him by getting rid of the bully's bully. I think we need to heal. We got pretty beat up there. We were getting some that was a major bullshit fight there. We were getting some ridiculous crits. Let's keep going, because we're already near the end. And we only need like one more, I think we only have one floor left. So we'll keep going. Switch back to Oberion. And we'll get to the end. Which Confidant do I like most? I would probably, man, if I had to pick the one I like most, I would actually probably say either Sojiro or the Sun Confidant, the politician. Tora, no good Tora. I really liked him. Tora, I liked Tora's whole arc where he really kind of got that redemption, and he was kind of the same thing as like Tora really wanted to do the right thing. So I liked him a lot. And I like Sojiro just because Sojiro changed so much from the beginning of the game where it's like he's a total dick and, you know, it really seems like he doesn't like you at all, but then he almost ends up being like, you know, your dad. So I liked Sojiro a lot. Let's fight. We'll do this fight and then we'll skip to the next floor since we already did this whole floor. If we waste too much more time here, we'll end up having to run from the Reaper. All we do win, right? Yeah. We'll let Mona knock down 2. We'll let On knock down 2. You can spread the SP around. Which one would you say your favorite was? You said, I think you said you didn't play through the whole game, but you watched somebody play it before. I'd be interested to hear. It seems like you know a fair amount about Persona. I'd be interested to see which ones you thought were some of the best. Oh, we can even use Miragi and get them all. We'll show this off. Damn, On smoked them.
Losers.
Nice work, team.
All right.
That's all it takes.
Okay, we're just gonna skip the next floor. We've already covered this whole floor, so we won't waste any more time here. We've seen all these enemies already. Looks like a dead end down this way. It is a dead end. Okay, let's keep going.
Use electric moves. Those are its weakness.
Electric. Let's try and cheese them. The fortune teller, huh? I didn't do that much of the fortune teller social link my first playthrough. What was her name? Chihaya? Something like that. I didn't spend enough time with her. I may try and work on her link more this time.
You powered her.
I think I only got her maybe like halfway. So you read tarot cards, huh? I've never seen somebody who actually did that.
Let's tear them apart. Don't come back. Okay.
We already have Oberion, so we don't need to pick him up again. So that's dead end. Let's take a quick look at the map here. Looks like all we have right now is this way. I think this may be our last floor, or our second to last floor. There's not too much more left. This section of Mementos is pretty short. Oh, another Kelpie. We already have him. To electricity.
Should have done it.
Couldn't get the crit, huh?
You're so gorgeous, Panther.
I think we'll just use regular skills. I don't want to use SP.
Joker took one out.
Oh, Joker.
All right.
Let's go.
Love those crits, brother. Alright.
Ravage them.
Yes! Victory! Nice work, team.
All right.
That was so easy, I'm yawning.
Okay, we got one right around the corner here we gotta get. Kodama.
Now's our chance to
All over
weak
again.
to fire
Weak to
skills.
fire. Let's see if we can knock one down with a lucky punch, and then we'll pass to On. Nice, and then we'll let On do Miragi
How good I am.
and knock them all down in one go.
All right. The baton pass made you stronger.
Then see ya. Oh yeah, beautiful,
You're
absolutely
so gorgeous,
beautiful.
Panther.
Okay.
Finish him. Be the best.
Okay, we got our Baryon leveled
Step
up.
forward.
So we should have some new fusions available to us when we're done here. We've gotten,
Okay.
we started off this stream at level 11, so we should hopefully have some new fusions we can do. Now that we've got some more levels under our belt. Let's see, and then a few more levels we can fuse Kaguya. Wow, this is a very, this path is crazy.
On the railroad all the livelong day.
Yeah, you know what? I like Yukiko a lot too. Yukiko, you know, honestly, I have to say, out of all the female social links in 4, I really didn't like Chie very much. Chie kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I thought she was just kind of annoying. And Rise was super annoying. I could not stand, like, I would have rather had Teddy stay as the navigator than Rise. I got so tired of hearing Rise be like, "Oh, senpai." So Yukiko was the one I went for the romance link in 4. And I didn't mind Naoto. I didn't even get to really do anything with Naoto's social link in 4 my first time through. I forget why. So we picked up a new weapon for An. But yeah, I liked Yukiko a lot too. Yukiko was the first one I went for in 4. And the first time, when I played 3 Fez, I went for Mitsuru. And when I played 3 Portable as the female character, I went for Akihiko. Okay, so we should be done with this whole floor. I think we covered everything. Right? Yeah, that's it. So we can go down. Is this the end? Oh, okay, so there is a rest stop in the way here. I thought this was a lot shorter than I remember. Well, that's good, though.
No.
So what we'll do is we're going to take the opportunity, now that we have the rest stop, we're going to save, and we're going to go back to the entrance, and we'll hit up the Velvet Room real quick and look at what our fusion options are, and then we'll finish the rest of this.
Oh,
Come on, man.
Tell me about it. Alright. So,
Hey.
okay, I don't need the whole safe room
is
tutorial.
this?
Okay.
Hey,
Okay. So we found a safe room. Alright,
I'll just
let's
edit
save, and yeah, we can just save over this one. Okay, so we can resume from here. So what we'll do is we're gonna save, and we're gonna go back to the beginning real quick, and we are going to see what we can fuse, and then we will finish this section of Mementos today.
Do you need something?
We haven't been to the Velvet Room in a while. And now we have we've gotten a fair amount of ranks in our social links, so we should be able to hopefully fuse some good stuff. So let's see what we can do here. I don't know if we unlocked this confidant yet. Can we do this yet? Nope, not yet. The twins will become a social link at some point. I thought it was now, but apparently not. So, let's see.
Execute 'em. Let us begin the search.
We have a lot of stuff we can fuse. We can fuse Jack Frost.
You okay with this?
And actually, we're gonna need Jack Frost anyway. I think Jack Frost with Bufu is... I think he's actually the first persona you need for the twin social link. So, let me think how I want to do this here. I think we are gonna fuse
Not
Jack
terrible,
Frost.
but not impressive.
Because he's gonna get... I want to get him with a magic boost,
Not
though.
terrible, but not terrible, but not terrible, but
There we
not
go.
impressive.
I'd rather not have strength boosted, too. But... let's try one more time.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Okay, those are decent stats. Let's do that. So we'll put... what do we want to put on him? I'm probably gonna resummon. Oh, you know what? I wanna save Obaryon in the compendium so I can
change
summon
your
him again.
mind? Just
So I want to
do.
keep something
You
that's strong
handle
to
this.
physical. So let's
Registration?
register Obaryon.
Are you
We
sure?
just got him to level 11, so I want to be able to summon him again. So,
The inmate who wished to perform fusion.
oops.
What path? You okay with this? Not terrible, but you okay with this?
Sorry, I'm trying to get the right stat boost.
You okay with this?
Yeah, that should be decent. Because Jack Frost isn't really a physical attacker, so we want to... I think we'll probably put some buffs on him. So we'll take, like, that and maybe that. we'll put Garu on him too, I guess, so that we can cover a couple weaknesses. So let's see.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
Snap is nice though. That's a decent skill. 'Cause it's medium damage. We'll take Snap and Garu actually, because we can always get the debuff somewhere else. Yeah, let's do that.
It will receive a fraction of.
Because we're gonna need this Jack Frost anyway. If I'm remembering correctly, basically when you unlock the twins as a social link, the twins ask you to bring them certain personas. And basically what they're testing you for is if you can fuse personas with the right abilities that they ask for. The first couple are pretty easy. Like, to get a Jack Frost with Mabufu is nothing. You just have to fuse them and level them up once. But, so we'll fuse them now, because as soon as we unlock the twins link, then we'll already have him. So we'll get the first part done right away. And then we can fuse...
You okay with this?
This strange elf boy. I don't know. He does have 3 strengths, though. That's pretty decent. We don't have a social link for him.
You okay with this?
We have a social link for this guy. This is the doctor's social link. Medium physical damage. That is not too shabby. Let's see what else we have here. We can fuse this guy.
But
Oh,
not
man.
impressive.
Super weird looking. What is this one? Epsaris and
Not
Andros.
terrible.
So we
but
can
not
pass,
impressive.
Bufu? We already have Bufu. We can kind of set him up as a debuffer, because Epsaris has a good bit of support skills already. And then he's going to learn Augie. Let's do him. We'll pass Raku and Rakunda. And I think that's it, because we already have Bufu and Jack Frost.
Select the skills
And he's got
you'd
decent
like to
magic
inherit.
stat. So yeah, we'll do the defense, and yeah, I think we'll take the 2 defense skills.
It will receive a fraction of power. I see.
And then we'll see if there's anything else we can fuse too. We're gonna be running out of personas here shortly, so I'm not sure how much more fusion we'll be able to do, but this should be. We're making decent progress here. Filling out the compendium.
Okay.
And let's see. This was the other one we could fuse. I mean, honestly, it's lower level than slime.
You
It's not
okay
gonna
with
level up, but that's okay. I really just want to get fusions for the compendium,
Choose the inherited
so that's
skills
fine.
and
We'll
make-
just roll with it. We'll put Garu on
Its
him.
power will
It's
be
no big
nothing
deal. I'm not worried
unusual.
about it. I just want to get more slots filled out.
Girls, let us begin.
And, you know, if we're fusing, we're making room for new stuff. We can always get these personas again later. So I'm not super concerned about it. And then we just need to make sure, I need to remember to resummon on Oberion before we leave, so I have my physical guy. Oh, we can fuse this guy now.
I see.
Level
A
14.
strong persona.
We don't have the
indeed.
Confidant for him yet, though. And the thing is, we're going to unlock that Confidant real soon, because the twins are strength. So even though we could fuse this guy now, we're not
You
gonna.
can't handle this.
Oh, Shisa will be nice. 2 more levels,
You can't
and we'll
handle
have
this.
a double hit physical, and the only thing he's weak to is curse, and he's strong against physical and gun, and we can pass 3 skills on. That is an excellent persona. We'll make sure we come back for him in 2 more levels. And we'll fuse this guy once we unlock the twins Confidant. But I definitely,
You
this
can't
guy,
handle this.
he has excellent, like physical resist is big. I think if there's anything you want to have resistances to, it's physical. Just because a lot of the bosses use hard-hitting physical attacks. Like it was the same thing when we fought Kamoshida, hard-hitting physical attacks. And we fought even the Memento sub-bosses. Like that Jack Frost was wrecking us with hard-hitting fizz shit. So this guy is going to be a great one to have. Because you look at these abilities. You know, we get a double-hitting physical attack, medium physical damage, and he's got some good strengths. So we will definitely come back for that.
Fusion.
Yeah, we only have a couple personas left, so we're not going to fuse anymore right now. We'll sit on these and come back for this probably next time.
You change your mind?
Once we get to level
You've
16, we are
activated the
definitely going to
companion.
fuse that crazy doggo. But so I want to
These are
summon
the
back
paths you
my Oberion because
This
he's
persona?
my physical resist guy.
You'll withdraw this persona. This is your power.
And then let's finish up
Done
the.
already.
We're gonna finish up the section of mementos. We only have a couple floors left. We hit usually the safe room is around the midway point, and that was
It is
floor
time,
4.
inmate.
So we probably only have 2 or 3 floors left, and we'll be done with the section of mementos. So let's make sure we put Oberion back on, and we will travel back to the safe room, the rest area, the safe room, whatever you want to call it, and we'll get to the end of this section. I should probably save again so I don't have to do all my fusions over again if we somehow wipe. Okay, let's head down to the next floor. Yeah, there shouldn't be too much left. Almost got ambushed there. Our boy Bareth. We'll grab him again. See if we can knock him down with a lucky punch. Keep him for fusion fodder. Man, I cannot catch a break with this punch. Where's my boy Jack Frost at? There he is. I love Jack Frost. He's such a cool design.
We're all knocked down.
Okay, so we are gonna grab Bareth. No. Hopefully he'll still come with us. Yep, okay. It's like I said, we've gotten these before, but we want to get them again because, you know, there's other combinations.
We all did great, huh?
Oh my god, there's tons of different combinations of fusions. So it never hurts to have extra personas on hand that we can turn into other stuff.
Okay.
And Mona took a pretty good hit. Let's have Mona. We'll have Mona just heal the whole party. Yeah, we'll just have him heal everybody. Whatever. He's still a little low. Have him heal himself again. Okay. Keep moving. I think we talked about the grimy gear last time. We found one in Kamoshida's palace. You can put those in the laundromat in Yonganjaya outside of Leblanc, and it'll become armor. Now that we have more than... I think you can put up to 3 or 4 things in the wash at one time. Now that we have a couple of those, we'll probably go back and actually do them so we can get some cheap armor. Yeah, sometimes I always worry about the same thing. It's like I'm gonna knock the shadow down when I want to negotiate with it, and you end up accidentally killing it. But see, that's why I like later on, like once you get. Oh man, I really want this guy. We can't get him yet though. This is Archangel. We fought him as a sub-boss in Kamoshida's palace. Such a cool design. I love this guy. Look at how neat he is. Super neato. So 2 more levels we can get him. We'll probably be able to fuse him. Joker's up next. We can hit him with a curse skill. Let's just do a... I want to see if he's weak to gun. Because he does fly. No, he's not weak to gun. I hope I didn't fuse away my curse skill. No, I didn't. Okay.
We're all knocked down. That was incredible, Joker.
Yeah, I really love there's so many good Persona designs in this game. They really nailed the art.
New move. What do you think?
What is that? Okay, that's really going to be not that useful. This skill kind of sucks because basically you shouldn't really ever be getting ambushed. If you're getting ambushed a lot, you're doing something wrong.
Shadow defeated.
So
That was easy,
eventually we'll get rid of that once his Persona skill slots fill up. That is not very helpful for us right now. Andres again. I think. What combat change would I make? Honestly, I don't really have a lot of complaints with the combat itself. The only thing I really dislike combat related is the actual Persona negotiations. In terms of the flow of combat, Like, I think Persona has almost a perfect combat system by JRPG standards. Like, you play, you know, if you go back now and play something like Final Fantasy, you know, 7 or 8, after playing Persona 5, you can really feel how dated. I think we fused on, so let's grab another one. Yeah, I really feel like the combat flows fantastic in 5. I really have no complaints with the combat. And like the baton pass, everything. You know, I played 4 after I played 5, and it felt so weird not having the baton pass ability. So I don't know, I'm not even sure what I would say Atlas could add to 6 that would make me like the combat better. Because I have almost no complaints, to be honest with you. But I'm sure they'll find a way. They know better than I do. It's funny playing like 3, 4, and 5. You can just feel the refinements in every generation. It gets better and better. So I'm sure they'll find some way to impress me. But in terms of something that I could personally think of, I really can't come up with anything. How about you? Okay, that's the end of this floor. We should be real close to done with this. We can't have too many floors left. But we'll keep going. Once we hit the end, we'll go back. We'll hit the Velvet Room up one more time. Just because we got a few more Personas. We're up to 7. So we'll probably do one more round of the Velvet Room real quick after we finish up this section of Mementos. But we shouldn't have too much left. I think it's maybe the last floor. Archangel again. Brother will be up next. We'll just have him do a normal. Have Brother knock him down. And then that's it. And see, really, like, this is what I love about the combat is it never feels tedious to me. It flows so well.
All right.
Huh? That was a little too easy.
Okay, what do we got? These layouts are getting a little more confusing as we go. We got a couple treasure chests in here. Oh, it looks like we got a new weapon for Ryuji. See, this is why I didn't buy anything. This is why I didn't buy anything when we went to the shop before Kamoshida's Palace. It just didn't seem worth it. Like, you really don't need any fancy equipment. Well, you do almost kind of get combination effects, not quite. Like, I know if, I think that maybe they'll flesh it out more, but like, you know, so if you inflict, I think, burn, shock, or freeze on an enemy, and then you use a nuclear attack, it does bonus damage. It's called a technical. I'm not sure if you know that or not. But so that's almost kind of a combination effect, if that's what you mean. So, let's see, week 2. So they're kind of our combo effects, but yeah, it'd be nice if they came up with some more stuff like that, like more combinations you can come up with. And I mean, you almost get you don't quite get a flanking, I wouldn't call it. We'll pick up Succubus. I guess the ambush isn't quite a flank, but you still get a bonus for attacking from behind.
Now's the time to retreat.
All right.
Okay, we're getting all kinds of treasure here too. We should have a good bit of money by the time we're out of here. We're already back up to almost 50,000. Let's see how our map's looking. We can go back near the entrance. Let's see here. I really think this might be our last
Started
floor.
training again. Thought it might help for work.
Joker, there's a chest.
Okay. And we got Archangel again. I really want to get one of these for myself. I love this guy. The design of this persona is just one of my favorites. Yeah, I'll definitely have to remember that. I'm gonna, I already have like a list of things that I want to make sure I get around to playing on PS4 eventually. So I'll make sure I put that on my list. I have a huge backlog. I really want to play Nier Automata. I want to play Horizon Zero Dawn. I want to play the Final Fantasy X HD remaster. So that right there, I already got a lot of hours blocked out for games, but I will definitely put that on my list. I guess I might put Bloodborne on there too, since you recommended it. We'll see if maybe I can suck a little less at Bloodborne versus Dark Souls. But either way, we're going to be playing Persona for a while. Usually, I don't like to mix up what I'm playing. I'll pick one thing and stick with it. I don't do a lot of variety. I mean, there will be a variety eventually. It's just I play one thing at a time.
Okay.
So I hope you like watching Persona 5 because you're going to be seeing it for a while yet. But I will make sure I check out that Tales of Berseria. I hope I'm saying that right. But I will put that on my list of things to play.
All right, attack!
Okay. Go down to the next floor. I think this is the end. Yep, this is it. So we'll run up here and see the cutscene. I think there's a little cutscene here, and Mona basically just tells you we gotta come back here later. But we will go back up. We're gonna check the Velvet Room one more time. Yeah, so basically we don't have enough influence in the public mind to open the door further down into Mementos yet. And the way this works is basically, as you finish palaces, you unlock the next section. And so we already know, there's no point, it's not really a spoiler at this point for me to say it, because the game's already basically told us. Madarame is going to be our next target. So once we finish Madarame's palace, then we will be able to unlock the next floor of Mementos. But that won't be until a little bit later. So let's head back to the entrance and let's hit up the Velvet Room.
I'll
Let me
just
save real quick. And let's see what we can fuse for ourselves here. I don't know. My mic's pretty sensitive. I'm guessing it's probably picking that up. You can hear the stream doggo once again. I live on a busy street. I'm like right on the main road in my town, so people walking by, cars going by. She's definitely a guard dog. Sydney, come here, pupper. What are you doing? Hey, behave yourself.
Some rehabilitation.
Alright, let's see what we can fuse real quick. We have some new options. These all look like they are higher level than we can fuse right now. Oh, we can fuse Angel.
Looks pretty
We
tough.
don't have the social link for this yet. I don't think we're going to get that social link for a while. But maybe we'll fuse Angel. I'm going to have to lose my Oberion again. That's alright.
You okay with this?
We'll fuse... Yeah, we don't have any curse skills yet. But she won't even learn it because we don't have the social link yet. That's okay. We're not going to get Justice for a while. So I'm going to fuse Angel, and then I'll summon my Oberion back again.
Terrible, but not impressive.
Question is, what do I want to fuse it with? Because Succubus isn't going to give me any great abilities.
But not impressive.
Succubus really doesn't have much anything. Maybe we'll fuse Oberion and Unmoriki, and we'll summon them both back.
Impressive.
Because what can Unmoriki pass on? Just Augie. Nah, we'll just fuse with Succubus, because I'm not really worried about getting Succubus
but
back.
Not impressive. Select the skills you'd like
And
to
we'll
inherit.
pass on, I guess we'll just pass on the support skills.
Its power will be nothing unusual.
Then we just gotta make sure, I gotta make sure to get my Unmoriki back. Or my Oberion, I'm sorry. I can't keep all these Persona names straight. I never really got why they have the Angel in like bondage gear. It's definitely not what I would think of when I think of Angel. So now that we have Angel, we can also fuse Eligor at level 16. This was one of the sub-bosses in Kamoshida's Palace. But it's like next time I definitely want to focus on. We are absolutely going to. We're absolutely going to fuse this guy as soon as we can. So hopefully next time. Because this Chariot's Ryuji Social Link too. So we can probably get, by the time we can fuse this guy in 2 more levels, hopefully we can have Ryuji Social Link a little bit higher. This will be a great persona to have on our team. He has excellent resistances for this early on. So I think that's all we really want to fuse for right now. All our other fusions are a higher level than we can fuse at this point. Wow. Because I don't think we're going to get the Hangman for a long time. So we could fuse... I want to wait on this one because we're going to... you know, that's a good reason. I never thought of that. I really... You know, I guess I should be ashamed of myself because that seems like it's basically right in front of your face the whole time, and I never put 2 and 2 together. But that is... I guarantee you that's probably right. So we're going to wait to fuse this guy even though we can, because we'll get Strength Confidant soon enough. We'll go ahead and fuse this guy. I don't see any reason not to, because I think it's going to be a while before we get Hanged Man.
Looks pretty tough.
And we'll just keep filling out the compendium.
Choose the inherited skills.
We'll give him... What are we fusing here? Andres and Barrett.
Choose the inherited skills.
We'll give him... We'll give him a debuff. He already has a physical skill.
Its power will be... Girls, let us begin.
I try not to get in the habit of hanging on to personas for too long. Yeah, and I know, you know, like, the SMT mainline series, which unfortunately I have not played any of the SMT mainline series yet. I'm absolutely going to play one soon. I think I'm going to play Nocturne maybe after Persona 5 because I'm going to get SMT 5 for Switch when it comes out. But I know, yeah, I mean, you could talk all day about, like, mythological references and, like, psychology and stuff. This whole series, SMT and Persona, it's, like, dripping with that kind of stuff. There's so many references to that kind of stuff. It is everywhere. You basically cannot get away from it in these games. So there's plenty to talk about here.
Now choose.
Okay. We're going to sit on these for now. I think we're good with what we have. Pretty much everything else we can fuse is pretty high level. So, I think we're good.
Done already.
But we'll be back here soon enough. Once we get a little bit higher level, we'll make sure to come back here. So, we're going to save again. And we're going to head out of Mementos. I think we are all done here. We've done pretty much everything we need to do in here right now. Like, I don't want to stay and grind out 2 more levels of Mementos so we can fuse now. Because that's, you know, there's really no reason to grind in Persona. We'll get there soon enough. I mean, by know of, I would say I've heard of it before, but beyond that, I know nothing about it. Like, I've heard of it in passing. I've definitely heard the term. But I know nothing about it beyond that, unfortunately.
Ah, you're back.
Oh, we get our stuff from the TV show. Let's see what these masks do. Resist Confuse. That's honestly probably more useful than resisting Burn. What is... On has Resist Forget. Ryuji has Resist. Ryuji has a health boost. We'll leave everything else for right now. Everybody's alright on items. So we made a good bit of progress today. I mean, this was like a 4-hour stream almost. We got a good bit of stuff done. Got some social links done. I'm trying to think what'll be up next time. We have... Oh my god, if I can hit the right button. We have midterms coming up this week. So the midterms will take up... On midterm days, you don't get to do anything after school. Midterm days take up your whole day. So, basically, after today, we have Tuesday, and then we're done. We got 4 days of midterms. But I think Tuesday, we might try and do the Beef Bowl again, so we can get started on the Sun Social Link. I really like the song once the lyrics come back in. I like the instrumental version of Behind the Mask, too. But I really like it with the lyrics. It's such a chill song. It feels very relaxing. Okay. So I think now is going to be a good place for me to stop, at least for a little bit. There's been a lot to digest here. There was a lot going on. Plus, I'm starving. I really want to go eat lunch. So I'll probably be back later this afternoon for at least a little bit.
I can feel it.
Judaism, Islam, Christian religion all stem from the retellings of Egyptian stories, which were translated stories of the Sumerian religion. That sounds pretty interesting. I'll have to, maybe I'll put that on my reading list. I'm sure I can find some Wikipedia articles or something. I'll have to make sure I check that out. But I think for now, we're gonna take a break for at least a couple hours so I can go eat, and I'm sure the dog's ready to go outside. So I'll be back later on. But I really appreciate you guys watching. All three of you right now, it looks like. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting and watching. I mean, if you like it, definitely follow me, please. Because I stream a good bit. I mean, I usually try and put in at least a couple hours a day. Most days a week. So, you know, please feel free to come back. We'll be playing a lot. So you can come along for the ride. So I'll try and be back later on today. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for hanging out and chatting. I really do appreciate it. So I'll see you guys later.